hot water in the top up of that one, is it? Yep, on the long black. Little yellow thing there. Talk about that in a second. All right, there you go, Kelly. There is the rest of your order. Have a wonderful day.
You too. See ya.
Cheers. What we got? Mocha full cream. Awesome. Happy Wednesday to everybody. It's good to be back in the bar here, just pumping a few coffees out for a little bit. And then a bit of a unique day. I can take a bit of a tour. We've got a fair bit happening in the roastery today. And yeah, looking forward to sharing a bit of that with you.
What's the golf jumper you got on, mate?
Golf jumper, yes.
Golfing.
I'd love to go golfing, love the time. A few years ago, it was the day on the green. Actually, you know what? Perfect day to be wearing this jumper because it's all about that as well. Hey,
Yeah,
look at that. All right, I'll talk about that. So this is the day on the green jumper. It was actually a golf charity day that was held, I don't know if the year, I can't remember, about two maybe 3 years ago, where Lamazocca put on a golf day around mice. And it was all for charity, which is Cafe Smart. So basically a lot of golfers out there had a great time, and we all raised money for Cafe Smart, which is an initiative which is backed by many companies like Bean Scene Magazine and Lamazocca are heavily involved in that as well, where this Friday, $1 from every cup sold of any of the cafes that are involved in Cafe Smart will actually go to a range of local homeless charities, basically, which is pretty cool. So if you're not on board, you can quickly sign up if you're a cafe in Australia, and you can, you basically get the roaster, like us. We supply free beans for the cups that are sold. So that helps offset the cafes to give $1 for every cup that they sell, and hope to make a difference in the local community. So it's been going for quite a few years now. I reckon, well, maybe 7, maybe 10 years.
It's been going in ever since I started, since that was 2018. So
yeah. So it's good. We've got quite a few of our cafe partners that are involved in it. So if you see any cafes in Australia that are looking yellow, that's what it's all about. And you can also donate as well by the QR code. We've put little stickers on our lids, but every cafe will do their own little thing on Friday. So get on board, and a great initiative.
you got
Who we got there?
a few people joining us. Russell Hasaka says, good day. Mohammed Tholi says, hey guys. Jack 50N says, good morning, Artisti. And Sharek says, hey from Uganda.
G'day. You got your mic on?
Yeah, I've got it just up.
I got a mic on there, yeah. Hello, everybody. A couple of regulars there. Good to see you. Looking forward to just showing you what today's like. To be honest, pretty hectic at the moment. We've got all the team here. We've got Jim here from Sydney. We've got Bo with us today as well. So Bo's heading a bit more north now. He's sort of located up near the Lismore area, so he's back down for the day. We've got some halfway through some shooting in the training room, and really good time at the moment. A bit of buzz going on. A few things in the business, so I look forward to sharing that with you in a seckie.
Comment just below there says, I just want to say I have been watching a few of your videos on YouTube for the last 2 months, and it has really improved my espresso shots and my latte art. So I bought myself an Artisti t-shirt.
Ah, awesome. Thank you for your support. Appreciate it. I'm really glad to hear that people are using our content to get some training and support. I think Jimmy the other day, last week, on the weekend, was away, and he went into a shop, and the guy said, hey, I've learned everything from you. I've only been making coffee for about 4 months, and was attributing a lot of the content to that. So that was really great. Great to hear that feedback. So if you do see us, come say good day. We appreciate hearing that and hearing your story. So it's awesome. So thank you very much.
Mohammed Tolly says, I'm looking for a barista job. Please help me. Do you have any advice for Mohammed on finding a job as a barista? What can you say?
Yeah, definitely. I think depending on where you are, there's always different ways to get that barista job. I want to let you finish that one up, Ben. Definitely having a passion for it at home. If you've got it at home, you can learn some skills and learn some of the things that we talk about and train. That's going to help you be better once you go and get a job. But also, you might just have to start at the bottom. You know, if you haven't trained in hospitality or haven't got that first start, you might just have to go and get in there and wash dishes or be a wait person. what always happens in cafes is there is always an opportunity that pops up where they do need someone to jump in and help, whether it be an afternoon shift, and you can start to do those quiet times perhaps and make coffees for the business. And as you grow, yeah, you can get into that side of it. So yeah, if you're willing to
He
start
actually
at
says
different
he is
levels.
a barista. He's looking for a job offer.
Oh, you are a barista looking for a job offer. Oh, well, we need someone to come here and run our bar. So if you're in Australia, definitely come here. We definitely want to, keep this growing and really want someone to not only run the bar, but we really want someone to be focusing on the retail side. So we do have obviously that big presence and support. So, selling retail, selling machines, but also doing training support for those customers. So that's a role we have.
It's quite challenging recruiting from overseas, but if you are in Australia,
Yeah.
head to our website. On the About page, you'll find a careers section, so Artisti Careers. We've actually got a few jobs listed there. So if you're interested and you're in Australia,
Yeah.
that's where to go look.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, definitely. That key part is in Australia. We do not really set up to be doing the visa and sponsorships, unfortunately. So we do get a lot of those requests and really appreciate that. But yeah, it's a bit tricky for us for sure.
Yep.
So maybe
Should we wander out the back and
Yeah.
bomb the guys out the back?
yeah, the
and say
guys are
hello?
out here doing a bit of a moment. It's a interesting time here at Artisti. We've definitely got off the back of, I guess, the end of financial year, and now we're really gearing up towards the end of the year for the volume of our season, basically. Hello, everyone.
Good morning.
Good morning, everybody. We're just live. We're just going to bomb your meeting for a quick seckie. So if you're not sure, this is Jimmy, everyone, if you didn't know, familiar face.
Big Jim.
Big Jim. We've got Ben, our head roaster, and we've got Jimmy Lynn here as well, who's obviously in some of our YouTube video, and we've got Bo, who's doing our CRM and supporting Jimmy in all we do. What's going on, boys? What are you talking about?
Talking about coffee machines. Yeah. Choices.
Yeah.
Choices. Grinders. So
Yep.
we've come back to grinders. We're talking about
Grinders. Yep.
E65Ss versus Enfam Lunas. We're just saying how the Enfam Lunas are very similar build, burst set size to the E65Ss, and some of the blockages that we've potentially had, or we have had with customers
Yep.
more in the last 6 months. Some of those grinders.
Yep.
Is the Rover S, the good old Rover, still a bit of a safe and good option?
Yep.
Is the E80 Marconi really worth $6,400?
Yep. Are you talking about the Swan?
Did talk about this one. Yeah. I think we'll find it hard to really get that body and that we love in our coffee, and we know we want to give to people. It's just a very different profile. But I've had some great coffees on it. You said you had a really nice coffee on it. It's just different.
Yeah.
Yeah. Very smooth.
So smooth.
Yeah. A little bit lighter, a little bit thinner, super crisp. I couldn't get more than 21 grams comfortably in it.
Yep.
With the recipe. I haven't got a chance to play with the Revolutions, but do I want to slow down service for Revolutions? I don't know. To get the flavour.
It's only 100, it's not huge because you're going from 200
No,
to
but it's
50 to 100
probably like
RPM.
2 or 3 seconds difference, and
Yep.
all those considerations. So
Yeah, cool.
yeah,
Interesting.
have we made a decision? No, no. We like, yeah,
Yeah. So probably the biggest point we talked about earlier about when you're having a cafe and you're looking at your equipment, was what equipment the roaster uses and how they profile their coffee from. So if you've got a roaster that loves using Lamazocco coffee machines and let's say Enfam grinders, and they taste and profile everything from that, that's how you're going to replicate the best coffee. So try and align with what the roaster uses, and then water was the other thing. Make sure you got the same water qualities to make sure you get that same extractions. And if you can do that, you can replicate what you taste in your roastery, but you can have huge differences when you get outside that area.
yeah.
So, yeah, you choosing something because your mate's got one isn't always the best thing for the coffee that you've chosen. You'll add to that.
So the hard thing is, I think, is we know our coffee. We know what it can be and what it should be and what the bag says. I've had really nice Champion in other random equipment, or you go to someone's house or my house and you're like, that's not what I thought it was going to be, because I know what it usually is. It's still nice. And then, so then it becomes more about our personal opinion of it's not it's not what I know it to be, but then is it nice for what they're offering through their equipment, through their grinder? Does it suit their market more? Then should they be considering a different blend if they're not achieving what Champion is? Yeah, as I'm talking to you, I'm talking to you. So it's interesting because then it comes down to us and our personal opinion of whether you're serving Champion blend as it is intended to be,
Yep.
or if we're getting caught up in our own little world of like, you can't have it because it doesn't taste like it's everywhere else, versus them going, this tastes delicious, it just doesn't taste the same as other places around Australia.
We've tasted in coughs.
I know. Well, that's the other thing. I go to places like that is so different, and it's lovely, and it'll be like just a different blend in a different town. It can be in the middle of no. It'll be like some of the regional accounts that we have will just have the most random water and random setups, and I'm like, oh, it's not what I know it to be, but there's nothing wrong with it, and it's so hard to get that consistency all around Australia.
Yeah.
But the consistency part that I can kind of control is coffee making and recipes, for sure. That's the part of it that if you don't follow the recipe and you don't make it well, that's more obvious than the times that their water's slightly different. I think consistencies probably for us come from training.
Yeah.
We're pretty happy that the roasted product getting to you is consistent. We've probably recommended you're on a Lamazocco machine and one of the grinders. We tend to not have too random equipment out there. But if they don't follow the recipe, all goes out the window anyway. So that's how I think we've probably stayed more true to the flavour is through recipes and training.
Cool. Hey, if anyone got a question, pop down below. We can get an answer. Jimmy, you can hold that for one more second. You got the whole team obviously here. If you got a question, pop down there, and Ryan can read that out into Seki. But what do we do different? I mean, that is something we're talking about right now, Jimmy. Maybe just give everyone a quick sum up of what that actually is and what we do and how we roll out what we talk about online and YouTube to cafe partners specifically.
Cool. So this is the 20 Steps to Success. This is a guide that we've put together off the back of just years of working with cafes and really seeing what moves the needle the most.
You keep talking.
Yep. Off the back of that, we can send you coffee. Great. That's one part of the equation of running a cafe is you getting your delivery of coffee, you unbox it, you dip it in the hopper, you don't dial it in, it tastes terrible. And we're already kind of at a point where like, well, that's not going to help you. The first thing is fundamental training, like coffee fundamentals, making sure that you can make coffee well enough that you can follow a recipe. So fundamentals is what you see of us in YouTube and what you see in the content that we do. That is the fundamentals of Artisti. But then there's 19 other steps that we consider to think about what is going to help you keep the doors open, keep your customers happy. There's customer service things in there. There's how do you get new customers, marketing and promotions, social media. So you can Google all these things, or you can work with a roaster like us that has a team to facilitate all of these different things. There's pricing structure. That's probably one of the hot topics at the moment is what is everyone else charging for a cup of coffee? How do I work out what my cup is actually worth? Am I undercharging, overcharging? So pricing, and I think we just spoke about this. A lot of the time it's not about us. It's not about just you buying a coffee machine from me. It's me asking you all the right questions so that you can make an informed choice. You can say to me, should I be doing social media? And then all of a sudden you're in a meeting with Ryan. We're checking up on you. You've got reels that you need to make, and we've taught you how to make a reel. And it's actually the practical side of all of these things that you hear about that you should be doing. So this is going to help us grow cafes in the way that we've been doing for years. This is not new to us. this is new to you in the way that you can actually see it in a physical format. But I think we've naturally grown cafes over the years by more things that happen in the background, things that happen where people don't realise how much how much we get involved in people's cafes, and try to help them in more areas than they realise. And they're like, I thought you guys just sold coffee beans, and that's not actually the thing that truly grows and keeps cafes open. So, yeah, we're driving this home now. Yeah.
That's it. So in choosing a roaster, look at it's a different value. It's not just about beans and a machine, or that's part of it for sure. You know, getting the right deal. Anyway, thanks guys. We'll let you get back to it. Yeah, it's not just about beans and a free machine, which so many people talk about. It is partnering with people that are actually going to give you far more value across running a business, supporting you, and moving forward. And I know obviously we do a lot of content, and that's there for everyone free to use, but actually rolling that out and implementing into business is really hard. Then looking at profitabilities, how you implement staff, how you keep them on board, how you can train them, how you motivate them, and how we can partner with you. So that's something I know a lot of other roasters are starting to try and do, but that's definitely our point of difference as well. So, yeah.
I just saw something behind you that I don't know if we've run over before, but it'd be kind of cool just to explain how that thing works.
The roaster?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I just like a quick rundown
Quick
on
rundown.
like where the beans go and where they come from and what happens.
For sure. So we do have the full IMF video in the plant. We went and looked at last year at Host Mine, went through the IMF facility so you can see and understand how these things are built, which is really, really cool, and exposing that info. But basically over here we've got a 30 kilo loader. So we put in 30 kilos of beans in there and it sucks up, comes in through to the top hopper here. So if you're not familiar with roasting, we then have a drum. And now this is not a drum which has a gas burner on the bottom, which a lot of roasters do. This is a airflow or hot air injected roaster. So from the back there's a big tube and we've got a big afterburner running about 600 degrees, and we can choose what temperature air gets pushed into that drum. The beans go round and round and round essentially, and we cook it for about 15, let's say, minutes. That's what's going to start to change the acidity levels, caramelize the sugars inside those beans, and then increase the flavour. And every origin has its own taste. So a Colombian, a Brazil, Ethiopian, Guatemala, PNG, something like that, or a Kenyan, they're all going to have their own taste. And we're trying to change that amount of time and the heat points to make sure we're getting the best flavour out of those particular beans. So once it's done, drop into the cooling tray. We cool them pretty quick, which is great. And then we use a destoner. So a lot of small roasters don't have destoners. So you might...
So what is a destoner, Luke?
What is a destoner?
Yeah.
Mate, beans are coming from the ground. Basically, they dry on the ground. We have maybe some flatbed raised beds to dry beans on and things, but predominantly a lot of coffee ends up on the ground at some stage, and then it gets picked up, and so you end up with stones. Like you can see here, this is just look at this big chunky stones that will end up in your grinder if you don't have a destoner. This is how much you could have in there. That's a crazy amount. We've got tubs and tubs of stuff. We've got lots of corn that comes in. We've had heaps of rocks, nails, metal objects, things like that. A whole range of other really silly stuff that ends up in your grinder. So it can happen in your home grinder. It can jam the burrs up and blow up your motor, or it can go through into your customer's cup.
So how does the destoner actually work?
How's it work? Okay, so basically you've got a sieve here at the bottom. The beans all fall into it, and then there's a vacuum sucking it up. So we can adjust the airflow, just kind of like on a vacuum, like you have at home, where you've got little toggle on the top. You can increase or decrease and change the suction amount of it. So we change that to make sure that the beans are hovering and slowly making their way up. So anything heavier than a coffee bean ends up down the bottom. Once it's in here and it's been destoned, we pop it up to our blender. So we can run 120 kilos up here, or 4 lots of individual origins up into it. And then this is a massive front load, let's call it washing machine, and it'll blend it all up and spit it all out. And if anything does get through that process, especially like metal or something, in under here we have some magnets as well, some rare earth magnets which will catch definitely some fine metal particles, like from rocks basically. There's a lot of crushed up rock that end up through things, so we catch all of that as well, or anything big and heavy in metal. Most of the whole plants are all made out of stainless steel, so they then are better for food safety as well. But any of that can obviously be caught at the end if anything comes off the plant, which Doesn't happen. It won't pick up stainless, but any other metal objects. Then we go into these hoppers, these tubs here. 120 kilos of beans end up in there, and we suck it up, pack it, pop it in bags, and it goes out to customers pretty quick and easy. So Fridays and Mondays we roast. So a lot of people come by and say g'day, and you're welcome to come and have a look. And we really love it when people come by, because we are just off the highway. If you're travelling between Sydney and Brisbane, we're halfway there. Great point to stop, and really appreciate you coming in. And you can see the studio. People are pretty surprised when they come in and have a look. And yeah, we're getting more and more people coming through, which is really good. It's a good bit of buzz to us, to be honest. It means we actually get to connect with people.
And if you want to have a look at the roaster, just ask.
Yeah.
Just ask.
Yeah, just give us an ask, and we'll
Give you a tour.
Ben will either be here or myself or someone. We're always around.
Sharua said, is that Arabica coffee? Yes, it is.
Yeah, we only have Arabica here, yeah. We don't have any Robusta at all. Yeah, so specialty grade coffee. And actually that's a huge point about specialty grade right now. There is a big change happening between the scoring of specialty coffee, and we're gonna have to dive deeper into this, but basically it was anything above 80 points and above would be specialty grade coffee. And I think it's from 1st of October, I think it changes to the new scoring system. So that also means if you're a Q grader, which is someone that assesses coffee and grades it to be sold essentially around the world, from either from the farms and all the way through to put a value on a product, that whole process is changing. So the Q graders have to go back and do another 2-day course, I think it is, to add to it. Or if you want to become a Q grader, it's a 6-day course now. So very interesting. And the main concept behind it is saying, well, okay, they can have a flavour profile of coffee, and it could be fruity, sweet, great acidity. And if we think those things are great, we might score that 80 and above in the past. Now what they're trying to say is, well, how does fit for purpose in terms of a coffee work in terms of that scale? So if you were looking for an organic coffee, you could say, okay, in a organic profiled, washed coffee, we can now compare all organic washed coffees side by side, because we're going to say that farm does it better, or the heritage of those trees, or the processing plant actually has a value or a number that can be put to all of that side versus a farm that doesn't do it as well. And then you can apply on top of that the tasting profile of the actual coffee. Probably the easiest way I can explain that. So incorporating the fit for purpose items. You might have a commodity grade coffee that is just entry level, or you might have a competition style coffee, which actually Jim has a whole heap here, which is just cool stuff. So very expensive, small amounts of coffee. These bricks. That is, oh no, that's 3 kilos. That's nearly $1,000 worth of coffee. That is crazy. So, yeah, Jim's comp coffee. Jim got through, came second in New South Wales, so one of the states here in Australia, which is fantastic, from the Barista comps, and he'll be competing. We're not sure exactly. It's either September or November. We've got to try and fix those dates. So, yeah, we're really excited to be sharing that with you. When we go to host Milan as well, we've got some really great factory tours, things coming on. We're going to be serving on some stands as well. We'll be serving with La Mazzocco and Mazza on their stand as well. So if you're coming to host, you'll be able to have a couple of moments to come and see us, which is awesome. But we'll release all that content. Our schedule's coming up soon as well. But just excited about that. It's going to be a really fun trip, and looking forward to sharing that with you. So if you haven't tasted Artisti coffee, we'll be able to have 2 opportunities to taste our product while we're there. But while host is on, that is the World Barista Championships. So the current Australian champion is Jack Simpson. He'll be there as well, competing to represent Australia. So certainly wish him all the best, and try and connect with him for sure. See if we can hook up a moment, an interview perhaps with him, and
I wonder if we could get him on a live chat, like do a YouTube live with Jack and talk about his trip and his plans. And
pre-chat.
What's happening. That would be kind of cool.
Yeah, what do you reckon? You want to see that, guys? That's a different level of the industry, so high-end stuff. But yeah, let's see if we can hook him up.
Couple comments. Good morning, guys. Love the channel. Great content. The insight you provide is much appreciated. Keep up the good work.
Yeah,
also,
thank you.
which term do you prefer, espresso or short black?
Yeah, good call. It's weird. We talk about espresso when it's based with milk, but when you actually order it as a coffee, we actually call it a short black. So that's a real weird thing. On our menus, we usually say short black as the product. But when we're talking about it with milk, we refer to it as espresso. So, yeah, that's probably it.
Terrence F88 says hi.
Hey Terence, how you going, mate? Good to have you here again.
He's burning the candle.
Yeah. Late nights, mate. Good to have you here. That's
Garrett says, "What's up, man? Love your channel. Do you ever drink a quad shot iced latte? It's my go-to."
Whew, quad shot iced latte. No, I don't. I don't have a lot of dairy, but I'd have a nice long black, probably that strong for sure. Yeah.
That's right. Terence said last week he had a massive event coming up for the weekend.
Yeah, the cars
yeah,
and
he just said it was
stuff.
very successful. Lots of coffees made.
Yeah, awesome.
Tell us how many kilos of coffee did you go through, mate?
Yeah.
Let us know in the comments.
Good to know. Those events can be absolute bangers. Like you can go and absolutely smash it and have a great thing. And for years that was so good in our industry. We used to do a lot of events back in the early days, but less of those now for sure.
Hey, I could like crush a latte right now. Do you want to make a latte?
You want a latte? Let's
Pour
go,
something out. What
let's
can you
go pour a
pour?
latte.
Can you do a double wing swan?
Double wing swan. No,
Can you?
no, Jim can.
I saw Jim can do it.
Jim can do it. Oh, gee whiz. You want a latte? A double latte.
When you
How
get
are
a
you,
chance.
mate? All right, what do you need? Another shot here. Let's make that up. Mark's long black. We've got Mark covered on his long black. Just on long blacks.
How many degrees?
Kettle, 75 degree water, and ideally getting good water. So if you've got some mineralisation that you can add back to water, your long blacks will be absolutely superb. Standard dose, Marcus has our house blend, which is our champion. So popping that in, and yeah, lift it up. Get that crema to float on the top. You see the goodness coming out very soon. Look at that. Dark, rich, thick. Once you get a good layer on that, you can drop it down. That is going to be a cracking long black there for Mark. So, loving that. Loving life. Actually,
Your 2 lattes. This one's the half strength.
you know what? I'm going to do this. You can finish off Mark's there. I'm going to pinch that. Do this with some milk here. If you're looking for something a bit different and you want to do a change in flavour, lactose-free milk, blending some of that with some normal milk gets really, really rich milk. Very different. So give it a try. It's kind of like distilled milk where you can, Jim was doing some yesterday when you freeze milk and you actually then let it thaw out and catch the first sort of quarter of whatever it is. So yesterday Jim was actually distilling the lactose-free milk. I don't know, that must have been so rich, so thick, so creamy, that it would have been very, very, oh, what a mess.
What was that, mate?
I don't know, I'm actually really tired
Amateur.
today. Very tired today, to be honest. Not enough coffee. I've had one batchy. And someone's ringing me. Who's ringing me? That person, I don't even know who they are, but I'll get back to them in a minute. What did you want? A double swan? Double wing swan?
Double wing swan.
Oh, man.
So like Ben can do it. You want to pour a double wing swan for us, mate? Come on.
I'll give it a go.
Yeah, watch Ben. He can do it. Let's go.
Ben.
He's been practicing. See if you can nail it on camera, mate. Oh, nearly.
It's a little bit more bigger this time, but I'm still working on it.
Still working on it. Not bad, mate.
Not bad.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, that's a good
Yeah,
start. Good start. Yeah. Look, in terms of latte art competition, that wouldn't score that high, but you know, good for effort. Well done.
Thank you.
All right, now Luke's going to pour one.
Now,
Oh, perfect.
oh, come on, I'll give it a
love
go.
to see that.
I'll give it a go. Let's do it.
Smash out this over.
You can run this little
Jack-
pick for this man. Yeah.
Jack 50 and said, "Did you go to the Golden Bean this year?" We haven't been for a few years.
No, we haven't. No, it's not so much. Just on milk, was it? Sorry.
No, it's on fire.
Oh, sorry.
It's alright.
I was just jumping the gun there. No, that's for you. Spillage. Can't cry over spilt coffee.
Hello, how are you? Yeah, good thanks.
Interesting. Ben's really good at overflowing his cup to get his patterns, and there's a massive dome, and then you wobble it and it falls over. It's quite a unique little thing he does to us to help us spill the coffee all over the floor as you walk.
Do you want oat piccolo for you?
Not much.
All right, what am I doing? You want me to do a double wing swan? Oi.
Those there for you. No worries. Have a good one. See ya.
All right, let's see if I can pour this in without stuffing that up this time. There you go. That's in better. Double wing swan.
Let's have it.
All right. Gee, I haven't done this for a long time. Someone's ringing me. Stop ringing me.
Is that it? Oh.
Hey, there you
What?
go.
You
Had a
had,
spill.
you had more spillage than Ben did.
Oh, I will admit that I am not as dainty in my hands anymore. You know.
That's one sort of shakes. It's got a bit of
Look at that. It's all fixed.
Does that mean I beat you in gym?
Oh, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe we'll call it a draw. He did that one. You win. All good. Look, I'll be the first to admit my era of latte was, you know, hearts, tulips, rosettas. That was what was happening, you know.
You don't spend much time behind the
20 years.
machine these days, do you?
I
And you really
don't.
got to be behind the machine, pouring them out day in, day out.
all day, every day, and it's
Yeah.
just it's a key thing. You got to focus on it and just really just nail that the hand coordination, the foam, the textures, the whole lot. And I'm not an artist. I'm not that kind of arty person, but I can do the basics and pump them out. But it's evolved. Like basically latte art. If you had a Rosetta heart tulip on a coffee, that signifies it was great. Now latte art's any type of animal that you could imagine can be poured out, and leave it to the pros that just focus on it. He's going for how many stacked tulips?
I'll do 7.
How greedy is he going to get in this one?
What's your record, Ben?
14.
14.
That's nice. That's nice,
Nice
and a
and a
takeaway.
takeaway.
6, 7. Not bad.
That's cute.
Just
Give
keep
it away.
nice and professional.
I think that's about it, mate. There's
Yeah.
no more questions there, so you might want to wrap it up.
Yeah, thanks very much, everyone. Looking forward to sharing what we've got coming up. We've got a big couple of months ahead for us, obviously with host and coming into Black Friday and the Christmas season, which is typically the biggest part of the year for us here at Artisti. A lot of machine reviews, a lot of equipment reviews, and what's new and cool around host. So it's a really big year for that. So if you're looking to purchase anything, hopefully we can provide the content to support you in that. And coffee, yeah, we've got some great coffees coming out, some filter brew at the moment, which is going really, really well. So, and thanks very much everyone supporting us with the overseas as well, Canada, US, and New Zealand. You can buy coffee there now, which is great. And we did a little Christmas in July promo, which was fantastic. You know, getting a few of those products out there was really great. So thanks for your support. Anyway, thanks very much for watching, everyone. Obviously, a video coming out tomorrow night. Jimmy's got a new product.
Yep.
Yeah, new product for cafes, which is cool. So, looking forward to. I won't say any more than that, but make sure you watch it and tell me what you think of it. All right, thanks for watching, everyone. Have a good one. Cheers. Bye.